So in this session, we'll be looking at Python file handling, list and list comprehension. That means how do we solve a problem using file handling, the concept of list and list comprehension. Okay, so it will be a kind of problem solving. It's a kind of problem solving. Okay, so first, how do you open a file and process? The take the input from the file. Okay, so first let me just start a notepad, and this notepad now I'm just going to write a new file. So look at this. I'll just say 101. Okay, this is the roll number of a student. Tab I'm just giving Anand. Tab. Then I want to give some 5 marks, so let me give 78 space 7 space 45 space 87 space 90. Okay, then I just give enter. 102 tab Babu. I just give 34 space 32 space 45 space 56 space 76. Enter. 103. 103. I'll just give Kavita. Okay. Tab 24 89 67 76 45. Whatever it is. 46. Okay. Fine. So I have 3 records in this text file. Basically, I'm going to save this as save. So inside one of the drives, I just take my D drive. Inside that I have a Python folder. The Python folder, I'll call it as marks. Okay, of student stud marks stud.txt. Okay, marks underscore stud. So I'll just save it. Yeah, I can close this file. Okay, when I have 3 records, Anand, Babu, and Kavita, and I have stored in a file name called marks underscore stud. Fine. I close this. Now, how do you read this content through a Python program? So what I'll just go to I'll just create a new one, Python 3, so that it's a clean slate. Right? Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create. So how to read a file? First of all, you have to open the file. Okay. So open. Then where is the file? D colon. Okay, D colon. Of course, where did I save it? Now I saved in D drive. Of course, in D drive Python. So I see D drive Python. Okay, Python. Then I have that marks. Yeah, mark underscore student. No, it's marks. Yeah, this is the file. Look at this. 17/9/2023 at 3:45 p.m. So marks underscore stud. So it is in folder D colon Python. So I'll go back here. I'll just say D colon Python / okay, then marks underscore stud dot txt. Okay, so this is how you open a file. Actually, you have to specify open. Then open is a function. Then within parentheses, you are giving the name of the file with exact location. Okay, complete absolute location. Okay, now you see you should put double slash, and then okay, because basically it's a kind of double slash will convert that into a single slash. Okay, so you should put double slash. Then what I'll do, we are given only the command to open it. But see, you cannot open the file and manipulate directly. You need a file pointer. So let me call FP. But it need not be FP, it can be anything. I'm just giving FP, that's all. Okay, fine. Okay, now we have called this function open, and we open the file, and there is a basically it's like it creates an object to which FP refers to. That's it. Python, everything is an object. Okay, so an object is created, a file object is created to which FP is pointing. Now let us do one thing. Let us just display the data. So I'll call data is equal to fp.read. So as I told you, FP is basically it's a file type. Okay, when you call .read, it calls a method of that particular file type, which reads the content actually, which will read the content of the file. Fine, and we store it in data variable. So data points to that content, complete content. Now what is the content? So let us say print data. Okay, fine. So let me run it and show you. You can see here. Anand, Babu, Kavita. Okay, so I'll just open the file also. You can see both are same. You can see. Okay, see 101 Anand, 78, 67, 45, 78, 67, 45, 87, 90. So okay, so we have read the complete data and displayed it. Okay, let us see. See, whenever we solve a problem, if we have to see the type of data which has been arrived at. This is very important because sometimes we may have to split the data. Okay, we may have to process it. So we must find out what is the type of data. So let me control O. That means it will clear the output. First, let me say what is the type of data. It's a string. Yeah, it's a string. Of course, even though we have see created multiple lines of data inside the file, once you read it, they come as a string. So what I should do is I should have a separate lines, yes or no, so that I can do some processing. So our idea is to find out the maximum of the Anand, maximum mark which Anand has got, or average of Anand. Okay, all these things we want to find out. Okay, of course we can find out cumulative average of all the students, everything we can do, but step by step we'll do everything. Okay, fine. Now what happened is I just go here. Okay, it's a string. The data is a string, complete string type. So what I want to do is I want to split, okay, that string into. So when you apply split now, so it will be called data is equal to data dot split. Okay, data dot split. Then how do you split it? Okay, so let us say, of course, what happened was it is a complete string, but the string will be made up of new line characters. So let me just say, okay, just let me directly split and see what happens. Print data. Yeah, see, it comes like this. So when we split, what happened? Okay, it created a list. Okay, and it has assigned every item means number, roll number, name, marks, everything as a separate element of the complete list. Okay, but actually internally the file contains like this. See, the data which we read now will have the new line character also. So what I can do is I can just say slash n, split based on slash n. That means you see at the end of the every line, I would have pressed enter. Okay, I have pressed enter. So I want to see when the read command is applied, including that new line slash n character, everything will be part of the string. This is very very important. Okay, see when the complete string is read and sits inside this data second statement data, this data is a string which is containing not only the individual marks, name, roll number, everything of three students, but also the slash n character. Okay, in between there will be two slash n characters. Maybe if I given last also slash n means new line character. So I want to split them using new line character. Now you see I changed it. So let us within single quotation slash n. Now let us see the output. Yeah, you can see here. No, everything was split. Okay, the data was split based on new line character. So this becomes one item. This becomes one item. Okay. See, in fact, it starts here. In fact, see, let me just show here. It starts here. Starts here. It's one item because we have split using new line character. See, if you don't give anything without new line, if you split, now it will split based on spaces. So what happens is everything will become separate item. But we want to have a group. Anand separate, Babu separate, Kavita separate. So that is why you split on new line character. Okay. Now our data is like this. Now what I'll do, I want the data to be further. Okay, let me do this way. For item in data. Okay, so data contains three items actually. If you look at that, now it's a type is print type of a data will be a list. It's a list. Now what I want every item from the data. Okay, so for item in data, print okay item item. Okay, so let us see. Yeah, we got three. So look at this, three separate lines. Okay, now so the problem is the data which we are given. See, if you look at the type, if you look at the type, now everything will be a string, single string actually. So every line is a string actually. Every line is a string. So what I want is, I want the item to be not string actually, because I need to find the average everything. Na? So what I'll do, every item, once I got it, na, I can do something like this. Item equal to item dot split. Okay. So let us see, print item. At this. Yes. So we got separate list actually. Okay, we got separate list. Okay. So see, everything is separate item actually. It's not a string actually. See, if you don't do this now, see, if you don't do this and try to see, just comment it out and show you. See, now it's a string actually. It's a string. Look at this. Type a single string actually. It's a single string. It's a single string. But I want to split them so that I can process it. So now if you look at the type now, list. See, look at this. Once it is split now, they become a list. So if I just display the items, you can just see the difference. See, fine. Okay, fine. We got a list of things, but I want the number, mark, everything to be in numerical quantity. What I can do something like, see, this is where we're going to use. See, of course, in the so far now we used files. We read the file, we split it to create a list, and now we are going to use list comprehension. Okay, how do I do it? Item is equal to, let me do one square bracket. Then, so I want to have something like this. See, int of x, if x is digit, else x for x in item. Okay, what do you mean by this? That means, see, item is nothing but one single line. See, now this single line is called item, because we split, and we go, see, whenever you split now, see, whenever you split a string, that creates a list. Okay, so item is a list right now. I think I showed you. I just printed and showed you. It's a list item. It's a list item. It's a list item. Okay. Now what I'm doing is using list comprehension. Okay, we are doing something like this. What, we take every item from this item variable, which comes to x. That means 101 comes and sits in x. And you see, you convert it into integer if x is digit. That means if it is full of made up of digits. See, if you look at 101, it is fully made up of digits. So this will be converted into an integer. But if you take Anand, Anand is not fully made up of a digit. So that will be coming directly. That will be coming directly. Okay, that means Anand will come as a string. But if you look at 78, it is made up of digit. See, for x in item, iterates on every item, 101, Anand, 78, 67, like that. Then it goes to second record, 102, Babu, everything. Fine. So I'll just display. See, whenever you do program, you just display the intermediate result. Yes, we got it. Look at this. This is list comprehension, which converts every element inside item. Item is a list actually. See, if you want, I will just show you the type also. Print type of item. Look at this. See, it's a list. So everything is a list. When you say list, now you can iterate over the elements one by one. That is what we do here. See, I'll just remove this. That is what we do here. Look at this. For x in item means we sit on 101, then Anand, then 78, then 67 until 90. Then for the next record is fetched, because data contains 3 records now. Okay, so next record from data, that means Babu record comes and sits in item. So item is a list actually. When we split, the item was a string. It is split to create a list here, item. Then we iterate on 102, Babu, 394, like that. We keep on going. And this is very important. This is called list comprehension, which creates a new list, and it's a condition. What is the condition? If x is x means, for example, let us take 102. 102 is fully, yes, x contains 102. Well, let me put it in simple way. X contains 102. If 102 is digit, that means what, all the characters in that are digits. Yes. Then convert that into int of x. That means 102 string gets converted into int of string, sorry, int 102. Okay, if Babu you take now, it is not fully made up of digit. It contains full of characters or alphabets. So that will not be converted into what, digit. It cannot be converted, in fact. So now look at this. 101 on and everything we got. Fine. Okay, we got the item here. Now item is a list. Don't forget, item is a list. I'll just again see you. Whenever you do program, you do a lot of intermediate outputs. That will clearly give you beautiful idea, wonderful ideas. Okay, fine. Okay, type item. So we got item. Now what I want to do is I'll just display again. It's a list. Okay, now I want to find out the average of the marks alone. So what I'll do first, let me take, I'll just comment it out. They'll say total is equal to, if you look at now, item is a list, then we can use, subscript actually. Okay, 0, 1, 2. So item of 2 to end. So that means what? We start from 78, then 67. Okay, we are going to sum up. So you can use a built-in sum function. It sums up the fine. So let me just find the total. Look at this. Yeah, we got 367, 243, 302. So these are some of the every student. Look at this. 90, so 7, okay, 12, 19, 19 plus 8, okay, 27. So we got 27. Yeah, 27, then 7, 29, 29 plus 8. I think it will come sum up to 367. Fine. So you see. So what we did was, for every student, we got the sum of item. Okay, now let me just display it. See, I want the name to be followed by sum. Then I want average everything. So what I can do, uh, person, first person, person will be in item of, see, look at this. If you look at the item of 1, the item of 0 will be roll number. Item of 1 will be name. So I'll say item of 1 has a total of, let me put a comma here, then total, comma, okay, and has average of total divided by 5. That's it. Now look at this. Anand has a total of 367 and has average of 73.4. Babu has a total of 243 and average of 48.6. Kavita has a total of 302 and has average of 604. Okay, so what we did here was this: when you say sum item of 2 to end. See, when you say 2 to end means, see, this will be in item of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Item of 0 will be roll number, item of 1 will be Anand. That is what we do here. Look at this. Item of 1 has a total of, okay, the total way, comma, and as average of total by 5. That's it. Okay, fine. So this way, what we do here, we take some input from the file, we split so that we have a list of items. Then we convert that into numbers using list comprehension. And then what we do, we find out subscript, slicing notation of list to take out only the marks. Okay, so we have applied all the concepts of Python, many of the concepts of Python. Okay, so that our knowledge is expanded. Okay, it's not only we study something, we apply it here somewhere from real life data, and then we get the output. Okay, hope this session was useful. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you.